Hello, beautiful souls. Kerry Kulkens here. In the many years I've been sharing my family's gifts, a legacy passed down through 7 generations, starting long before my wonderful mum, the White Witch Kerry Kulkens, became a household name, I've been asked one question more than any other. Sarah, can anyone read tarot cards? The simple answer is yes. Anyone can buy a deck. Anyone can read the little white booklet that comes with it, or even memorize the complex meanings of all 78 cards. But the real answer, the one that separates a party trick from a profound life-altering experience? No. To truly read the cards, to find the deep resonant truth that can change the entire direction of a person's life, you cannot just be a reader, you must be a psychic. The cards are a language. They are a divine alphabet of symbols, archetypes, and energies that have been with us for centuries. But a language is useless if you cannot translate it. Psychic ability, our intuition, our clairvoyance, our connection to spirit is the translator. It's the electricity that lights up the blueprint. Without the psychic spark, the tarot is just 78 pieces of beautifully illustrated cardboard. They can tell you what is happening, e.g., this card means an ending, but they can never tell you the why, the how, or the who, e.t. this ending is necessary because your soul is crying out for a change, and it relates specifically to your boss, David, who is blocking your path. I've seen this countless times. Clients come to me confused, even frightened, because an app, a book, or an inexperienced reader pulled the Tower or the Death card. They were told disaster is coming or something terrible will end, and they were left with nothing but fear. My goodness, that's not what we're here for. That's not positive energy. We are here to empower, to bring clarity, and to light the path ahead, not to throw shadows on it. A psychic reader sees the Death card and feels the energy behind it. They can say, this isn't a physical death. This is the beautiful, necessary end of the old you. You're finally shedding that skin of self-doubt you've been carrying since high school. This is a liberation. See the difference? One is a forecast of doom. The other is a permission slip for freedom. I want to share a story with you. This is a true story about a client of mine from a few years back. We'll call her Melissa. And it is the single best example I have of why the cards and the psychic gift must work hand in hand. The case of the accountant and the canvas. Melissa came to my reading room on a grey Tuesday afternoon. She was the absolute picture of having it all together. Sharp blazer, hair pulled back in a severe bun, sensible shoes, and a briefcase that probably cost more than my first car. She sat opposite me, hands clasped so tightly her knuckles were white. "Thank you for seeing me, Sarah," she said, her voice polite but strained. "I'll be honest, I'm not entirely sure I believe in all this." She gestured vaguely at my crystals and the decks of cards on the table. "That's perfectly all right, love," I smiled. "You don't have to believe in it for it to work." "What's brought you here?" "It's a career decision," she said, "all business. I'm a senior accountant at a big firm. I've just been offered a junior partnership. It's everything I've worked for. More money, more responsibility, the corner office. My parents are thrilled. My fiancé, Mark, is already planning the renovations." "But you're not thrilled," I stated. It wasn't a question. Her composure cracked just a tiny bit. "I should be. I'm 34. This is the plan. But every time I think about signing that contract, I feel physically sick." "Right," I said, shuffling my favourite well-worn deck. "Let's see what the universe has to say about it." I laid out a simple 5-card spread, and the cards that appeared were, to put it mildly, dramatic. Card 1, the situation. The 10 of Wands. Card 2, the challenge. The Tower. Card 3, the hidden truth. The 2 of Cups, card 4, the path forward, the Fool now. If I were just a by-the-book reader, this is what I would have told her. Well, Melissa, the Ten of Wands means you're terribly burdened and overworked. The Tower as your challenge means you're heading for a complete disaster or a sudden catastrophic collapse. This new job will probably make you redundant or burn you out completely. The Two of Cups as a hidden truth means your relationship is at the heart of this. And the Fool as the outcome means, well, you'll probably just throw it all away and do something silly. Can you imagine? I would have sent that poor woman home in an absolute panic, probably to start a fight with her lovely fiancé and spiral into anxiety. This, my friends, is why psychic ability is not a bonus, it is a necessity. I closed my eyes, I breathed in, connected to my guides, and reached out to her energy, using the cards as my lens. The real reading, where the magic happened. I looked at the Ten of Wands. The image is of a man carrying 10 heavy sticks, his back bent, struggling towards a town. Melissa, I started, the book says this card is about burden. And yes, you're burdened, but my guides are telling me it's not the work that's heavy. You're a brilliant accountant. You could do that job in your sleep. I looked deeper, past the ink on the card, and into the clairvoyant image that was forming in my mind's eye. The burden, it's a costume. That's what I'm being shown. You're carrying 10 sticks, but they're not real wood. They're hollow. They're what you think you're supposed to be carrying. The good daughter, the successful fiancé, the sensible accountant. The weight isn't the job. It's the lie. It's the pretending. Melissa's jaw dropped. She didn't say anything, so I continued. I'm smelling something, I said, closing my eyes again. It's sharp. It smells like turpentine and linseed oil. I'm seeing colours, bright blues, deep yellows. My goodness, you're an artist, aren't you? The dam broke. The severe professional woman vanished, and a lost girl looked back at me, tears welling in her eyes. I was, she whispered, her voice thick with emotion. I got a scholarship to art school at uni. I was top of my class. But my parents, they said I'd never make a living. They said it was a hobby, not a career. So I switched to commerce. I haven't picked up a brush in, oh God, almost 12 years. There's your 10 of Wands, I said gently. You're not carrying a workload, love. You're carrying a buried dream, and it's suffocating you. Next, I pointed to the Tower. This is the card that terrifies everyone. A lightning bolt hits a tall building. People are falling, fire, chaos. The by-the-book meaning is disaster, sudden upheaval, and destruction. Now this card, I said, this is your challenge. A non-psychic reader would tell you to run for the hills, that the promotion is a trap and the building is about to come down. Is it? She asked, her voice small. No, it's the opposite. I leaned in. The Tower is your safe place. It's the career you've built. It's tall, it's strong, it's impressive. Everyone admires it, and you're inside it, safe from the world. But it's also a prison. You built it so high you can't see the sunshine anymore. The challenge isn't that the tower will fall. The challenge is that you are terrified to leave it. The promotion is the final brick in the wall, locking you in for good. Your soul is sending the lightning bolt on purpose, trying to crack it open so you can get out. This was a profound shift. The card wasn't a warning of an external disaster. It was a symbol of her internal one, the disaster of a life lived in a safe prison. I then moved to the Two of Cups. This card shows a man and a woman exchanging cups, a symbol of partnership, love, and union. The book says this is a strong partnership, I said, and it is. I feel the love from your fiancé, Mark. It's clear and it's real. He's a good man. He is, she agreed, confused. So why is it a hidden truth? Because, I said, tapping the card, you've been hiding from him. This card is about an exchange, but the exchange has been one-sided. He loves Melissa the accountant. He's building a life with her. You have never shown him Melissa the artist. The hidden truth is that you're terrified that if you show him your real self, this beautiful Two of Cups will shatter. You're afraid he didn't sign up for a life with a starving artist. Your silence is the thing putting the relationship at risk, not your art. She nodded, tears streaming down her face. I think he'd be so disappointed. He's a planner. He loves that I'm stable and secure. Does he? I asked. Or does he just love you? You're not giving him the chance to love all of you, Melissa. Finally, we came to the last card, the Fool, the card of new beginnings, of leaping into the unknown. It shows a happy, carefree soul walking towards a cliff edge, head in the clouds, not a worry in the world. The by-the-book reading is vague. You're going to start a new journey. Be spontaneous. Take a risk. It's nice, but it's not helpful. I held the card. I didn't just see the image. I felt a pull, a specific geographic pull. Melissa, I said, a smile spreading across my face. This isn't just a new beginning. This is a destination. I closed my eyes and let the psychic information flow. I'm seeing cobblestones, old yellow buildings. I smell amazing food, fresh bread and tomatoes. I'm hearing Italian, a lot of Italian. Her head snapped up. There's a name, I continued, that's coming in from my guides. It's a woman's name. Anna or Nonna? Does this mean anything to you? Melissa let out a sound that was half sob, half laugh. Nonna Anna, my grandmother. She was from Italy. She's the one who taught me to paint. She passed away 3 years ago. Well, she's right here, I said, feeling that beautiful, warm, grandmotherly energy fill the room. And she is not happy about her paintbrushes gathering dust. I laughed, and Melissa laughed through her tears. Nonna Anna is showing me Florence, specifically a little apartment with a blue door near a bridge. Oh, this is it. She left you some money, didn't she? Not a fortune, but enough for something. Yes, Melissa whispered, her eyes wider than I'd ever seen them. She left me about $20,000. I put it straight into our mortgage deposit account. Mark called it our sensible windfall. Your Nonna is calling it your escape fund. I grinned. She is literally screaming in my ear right now, love. She says, stop being so sensible and go live. She's showing me an art school, a short course, a 3-month intensive in Florence. She wants you to take her money and go. That, Melissa, is your fool. It's not a vague risk. It's a plane ticket. The woman who left my reading room that day was not the same one who had walked in. Her blazer seemed to hang differently. Her hair was looser. She was vibrating with a new positive energy. She hadn't just received a tarot reading. She had received a message. The cards had provided the structure. 10 of Wands, you are carrying a heavy, false burden. The Tower. Your safe life is a prison you must break out of. 2 of Cups. Your relationship is at a crossroads of truth. The Fool. A new beginning and a leap of faith is required, but it was the psychic spark that gave it life. The burden was her buried artistry. The prison was her accounting career. The crossroads was her fear of showing Mark her true self. The leap of faith was a specific art course in Florence, funded by her Nonna Anna. The aftermath. You might be wondering what happened to Melissa. She went home that night and for the first time told Mark everything. She told him about her art, her fears, and the reading. She told him she didn't want the partnership. She wanted to go to Florence. Was he disappointed? Number. According to her email a week later, he was relieved. He said, I finally have my girlfriend back. I've been missing her for years. He wasn't in love with her spreadsheets. He was in love with her passion. He told her to book the ticket. Melissa went to Florence for 3 months. She painted, she cried, she ate gelato, she lived. Mark flew over for the final 2 weeks and they had the second honeymoon they'd never had the first time. Today, Melissa is not a partner at a big firm. She and Mark moved to a smaller coastal town. She works 3 days a week as a freelance bookkeeper, she's still practical, and spends the rest of her time in her home studio. She sells her art online and at local markets. She doesn't make a fraction of the money she would have, but she is, in her own words, disgustingly happy. The moral of the story. Melissa's life changed not because of 78 pieces of cardboard. It changed because the cards acted as a conduit. They were the telephone line, and my psychic ability was the voice that spoke through it, translating the static of the universe into a clear, actionable message from her guides, her grandmother, and her own higher self. This is the Kulkens legacy. This is what my mum, Kerry, championed for decades. We don't just read your future, we help you connect with it. We use these ancient tools to unlock the wisdom that is already inside you. So the next time you have a reading, whether it's with me or someone else, remember this story. Don't settle for the by-the-book definitions. Seek out the reader who can see beyond the cards and into the heart of you. The cards tell the story, but the psychic reads between the lines, and that, my darlings, is where the real magic is. Stay positive, trust your journey, and never be afraid to take that fool's leap. With love and light, Sarah Kulkens,